Hello guys. In the last session, we discussed regarding the life process. So the first concept of that is nutrition. So we discussed regarding types of nutrition in the last session. Today we are going to discuss regarding nutrition in plants. So this what topic we are discussing? No, this will come in TET paper 1, that is in environmental studies, and TET paper 2, science. So as this one chapter only consists of many units in it, I selected this chapter as the first chapter to discuss. Okay. Regarding the ecosystem and environment, you can find it in my YouTube channel. Please subscribe and like my channel and encourage me to do more videos, and do comment which kind of videos you all like to have for TET and CTET preparation. So today we are going to discuss regarding nutrition in plants. So nutrition means what? In plants means we know that, right? So we know that the plants are autotrophs, Swayam Poshakagalu, or autotrophs we will call, means which have a capacity to prepare their own food. So these plants will prepare their own food with the help of a process which is called as photosynthesis. So what happens during photosynthesis? The absorption of sunlight converts that light energy into chemical energy, right? So here you can see that photosynthesis is the process by which plants prepare their food. So the product formed here are starch, as well as the byproduct is, just a minute, the byproduct is nothing but the oxygen, right? As well as water. So here you can see that equation of the photosynthesis: carbon dioxide, which will be absorbed from the stomata, will react with water in the presence of sunlight in the chlorophyll, forms glucose, which then converts into starch, water, and oxygen. So when we see the process of photosynthesis here, just a minute. Yeah. So when we see the process of photosynthesis: absorption of light energy by chlorophyll, conversion of chemical energy, splitting of what is that, water molecule, and reduction of carbon dioxide to form carbohydrates. These all processes occurs in photosynthesis. So this all we discussed in the last session. Today we will discuss regarding the nutrition in animals. First, when we discuss regarding nutrition in animals, here we are going to consider the nutrition in lower organisms. So our nutrition starts with the amoeba. So we know that amoeba is a single celled or a unicellular organism. So where one cell is only involved in or will only engaged in all the life processes. So amoeba is a unicellular organism which will live in water. It takes food forming finger-like projections. You can see finger-like projections over here. These finger-like projections. So these finger-like projections are considered as or are called as pseudopodia or false legs. So this pseudopodia helps in capturing the prey or capturing the food. So once the pseudopodia captures the food, it forms a vacuole. It forms a sac-like or a bag-like structure which is called as vacuole along with the food. So this vacuole or empty space along with the food is called as food vacuole. So in the cytoplasm of the amoeba, the digestive enzymes are present which will act on this food particle, and digestion of food occurs. Once the food is digested, it is assimilated by the cytoplasm. It is assimilated means it is utilized by the cytoplasm or by the cell of a amoeba. Right? So once it is utilized, then the waste is secreted. The waste is produced. That waste will be will go out by a process called as egestion. So first what happens here? The food particle will come. Next, pseudopodia. Then this is called as ingestion. This process is called as ingestion, right? Then this is called egestion or digestion. Okay, this is called digestion. Here it will go out. It is called as egestion. Egestion means excretion. So ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, egestion. These are the steps of normal digestion. So in the amoeba, what you can see, the food particle will come. So ingestion takes place. After ingestion, digestion takes place. After digestion, egestion or the excretion takes place. This is about nutrition in amoeba. Next, when we come to the nutrition in human beings is complete type. Complete type means it starts with the anus and it ends with, it starts with the mouth and ends with the anus. So here we have two openings for the entering of the food to excrete the waste. So it is a complete digestive system. Mouth will be having a glands which are called salivary glands. It continues with the pharynx. Pharynx is a common passage for respiratory as well as digestive system, and this is a food pipe or esophagus we can call. Food pipe will attach to stomach. This is stomach. Then after stomach, it is a small intestine or sanna karalu we will call, and this is a large intestine or dodda karalu. So this is, and then anus. These are the parts of digestive system. We have accessory parts of digestive system. Accessory means which are not directly involved in digestion, but which indirectly helps the digestion, like liver. So this is a liver and pancreas. So liver and pancreas plays a crucial role or important role in digestion of human beings. Yes. So here we have to concentrate on the enzymes first. So in the mouth, as the digestion begins in mouth, the fruit will be broken down into smaller particle, which is called physical digestion. And the salivary gland will secrete a juice, which is called saliva. The saliva will be containing enzymes or the chemical named salivary amylase. Salivary amylase. So when you hear the term amylase, no, you should remember that it is involved in carbohydrate digestion. So salivary amylase means amylase enzyme which is there in a salivary gland. So this salivary amylase converts starch of present in the food into sugar. So a starch is a carbohydrate, right? So that complex structure, the complex carbohydrate will be converted into simple sugar by the salivary amylase. Then the food passes to the esophagus or a food pipe. So in the food pipe, no enzymes are present. Esophagus or in the food pipe, no enzymes are present. So no digestion takes place in the food pipe. Only peristaltic action, that is the movement of a food in the form of a wave. So this is called as peristaltic action takes place in the food pipe. Peristaltic action. Okay, peristalsis. Okay, then when we come to the stomach, so stomach will be having the enzyme or a chemical which is called as a pepsin, hydrochloric acid and mucus. So stomach will be having pepsin, hydrochloric acid and the mucus. So pepsin will act on proteins. P pepsin, P proteins. Pepsin will act on proteins. Next, hydrochloric acid will act on germs present in the food. Germs or the microorganisms which are present in the food will be killed by the hydrochloric acid. Mucus. This mucus protects the stomach. The mucus protects the stomach from the acidity of the hydrochloric acid, from the acidic environment of the hydrochloric acid. Then in the stomach, the food will be partially digested. So only protein digestion takes place in the stomach. So the protein digestion, the protein will be converted into simpler molecules there. Then in the upper part of the small intestine, which is called duodenum, the food is mixed with the bile juice. Bile is a secretion from a liver. Bile juice is a secretion from a liver. And in the upper part of the small intestine, food will mix with the bile as well as pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice means the juice released from pancreas. What does this bile do? This bile juice break down fats present in our food in smaller globules or smaller structures. Pancreatic juice contains enzymes which are named as trypsin and lipase. So this trypsin will break down the proteins. Lipase will break down the fats. Next, when we come to the middle part of small intestine, the glands or the walls of small intestine produces one more juice which is called intestinal juice. So the intestinal juice will convert carbohydrate into glucose, fats into fatty acid and glycerol, proteins into amino acids. So the complete digestion which takes place in small intestine, where the complex nutrients will be converted into simpler form or a absorbable form. Carbohydrates will convert, which is a simple form of carbohydrate, glucose, which is a simplest form of fats, fatty acid and glycerol, which is the simpler form of protein, that is amino acid, right? So here where complete digestion of food takes place, and the walls of the small intestine, if this is a small intestine, a pipe like structure, right? So the walls of the small intestine will be having finger like projections which are called as villi. So these villi help in absorption of the food, right? So it increases the surface area of the food. So next, in the large intestine, the reabsorption takes place. The water and minerals will reabsorb. Reabsorption takes place. Then the waste material will be removed through the anus. So in the large intestine, in a part named rectum, I repeat, in a part named just a minute, rectum, in a part named rectum. So the waste will be converted into feces. The waste will be converted into feces and stored in the rectum. After the rectum, it is removed or released by the anus. This is regarding the digestion in the human beings. So here we have to concentrate on, in the mouth, partial carbohydrate digestion takes place, where salivary enzyme is present, salivary amylase. In the stomach, pepsin will be there, which will break down the protein. In the small intestine, carbohydrate digestion takes place by pancreatic amylase. Bile juice will be involved in breakdown of fat globules into smaller globules. Then and chymotrypsin is one of the enzyme which is present. No, it will also act on the proteins. So complete digestion takes place in small intestine. In large intestine, the water is reabsorbed, the waste is moved to the rectum part. From the rectum, it is moved to the anus part, from where it will release. So in the digestive system of the human beings, the food pipe or the esophagus is the part where the food is not digested, as enzymes are completely absent in the esophagus or a food pipe. Only we can see the peristaltic action in the food pipe. So this is regarding digestion of human beings as well as digestion or nutrition in amoeba. In the next session, we will learn regarding respiration. So I already told you regarding the multiple choice questions in it. Regarding the stomach, HCl, they will ask. The enzymes by the saliva, they will ask, as well as which are the protein digesting enzymes, they will ask. So these all are the some important multiple choice questions based on this concept. Let me end up the session here. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye-bye.